Hi guys, welcome back to the Fantastics podcast. My name is Renz, the man that makes sense with every sentence. And as usual, I am in the studio with... he's not here today. I'm in the studio with two ebullient gentlemen. To my left is Mr. Des, and to my right is Lord Raf. Guys, welcome to the Fantastics podcast. How are you doing? Desmond, how far? Long time no see. You are back as the champion of England.
Thank you.
I can that. Yeah, and I have our friend of the podcast here, Lord Raf. Lord Raf, it's good to have you on the show as always. How you doing? How's the family?
Very good.
All right, guys, we are glad to have you back on the show. Sabubu sends his regards. Unfortunately, he's not in the area code, so he's also going to be watching us just as you are watching us today. He's glad to have you back on the show. I hope you are following us, because if you are not following us by this time, you are wrong. But I know all of you are right. So, because, the viewers are always right. Yeah. So, guys, welcome to the show. It's going to be fun. Please don't go anywhere. Quickly just click on the subscribe or the follow button on whichever platform you are watching us from. And let's get straight down to business. It was a very interesting weekend, guys. Yeah. We had we had World Cup qualifiers in CONMEBOL and Asia, but...
And also Europe.
Yeah, and Europe and some teams in Europe. Yeah, England played a drab, whatever. So, but the main attraction was the Nations League, finals. Yeah. They call them the finals, the semi-finals, and then the final, and then the third place and the final. Guys, one thing stands out. One man stands out from the whole of this. I know we have all watched the games. We all know what the results say. Germany and everybody, we know what he says. Yeah. So let's go down to business. Now, a gentleman who is a gerontocrat.
Is he really gentle?
Forget about it. Wait. Let's not start attacking the bull by the horn. Yes, gently. A gerontocrat, let's put it like that, yes. By footballing terms, yes, a 40-year-old man. He scored in the semis.
The winner.
Wait. Yeah. He scored important goals, semis. Still went by quarters, he scored. Oh, the talks in a pen. Okay, no, let's not call pen. You know the name. So, it's not pen, no. He scored open play, quarters. Open play, semis, open play, finals, and then he lifted the cup. So, guys, to my left, I have 4, and to my right, I have 4, and to my left, I have against. Guys, how impressive was Cristiano Ronaldo? Mr. Desmond, I know say Cristiano, you understand, he's a sheep. For you, he's not the goat. I know he's a sheep. He's not the goat. But come on, man. Give the man his flowers. What did you think about his performance?
A old man still performing that's like that, is a big deal. The I would say the boys play with the men. Okay, the Spanish team, they are filled with young players, and they play against very, very experienced players. So you can run around the pitch, but then you might not actually get the goals. Whereas experience will just deliver them. So that was what happened between the Spanish league team and the Portuguese. But then Ronaldo will always be Ronaldo. Be it 40, 50 years old Ronaldo, he will always be Ronaldo. I might not call him the GOAT, but he's arguably one of the best players on the surface of the earth, and one of the, I give it to him. Yeah. He deserved.
Now, the only man that can never use the goat for suya. That can never roast the goat. Tell us.
What's there to be said that has not been said about Ronaldo? We call him the GOAT, or I call him the GOAT for a reason. Okay. No non-penalty goal in the quarters, non-penalty goals in open play in the semis, goals in open play in the finals, no rigged penalties. Yeah.
You get the point?
You get the point. If you don't get it, forget about it.
But actually, the match, would you say that the final match was about him? No, he only played his part. Well, because he didn't really get involved in the match.
Now, guys, let's be honest. We all know that when it comes to these two players, you understand? When it comes to North Pole and South Pole, when it comes to, positive and negative, when it comes to Cristiano and Messi,
But I am not.
it is always about them.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
But actually,
I don't
the
compare.
match, the thing is, leading up to the match was built as Yamal versus Ronaldo, the young upcoming superstar versus the old taker. But the old taker showed in this case that I'm still
active.
very, very
I'm still active. As are still active.
We're talking about the game. The game was actually, it was an interesting game. Spain started the game. They were on top.
Ascendance,
They had the possession. They had everything.
They
had the energy. They scored the goals. But, Portugal equalized almost immediately. Nuno Mendes is somebody else. We might talk about Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo, I'm a big fan of Ronaldo. He's my GOAT and all that. But someone we have to also mention.
No, we're getting there.
Very good mention.
We're getting
Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes was actually the man of the match.
Yeah.
We have to be candid.
And that guy has been doing that for
Yes.
time.
So he's arguably the best left back right now in the world.
Yeah.
And they had a very good game. And of course, Spain went ahead again. But somehow, the moment came. He wasn't really in the game. I'll be honest, watching the game, I felt like maybe we had to sub him and or something because he wasn't really much in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
But all it takes is just that one moment.
Yeah.
And the one moment, and if you look at the moment, how he was able to cleverly get off Cucurella without fouling him. It just takes experience. Yeah. Most young persons will, in a haste, want to be too forward and you will foul the player and you will score the goal, but the referee will give the foul. But he was cleverly able to just nudge him just enough to be able to get the ball and put the ball in the back of the net. And 2-2, and then he went to penalties. Ultimately, penalties is a lottery. Went to Portugal's way, and Ronaldo had the third international trophy. And I mean, you can't take it away from him. That longevity to still be able to do it at that age. He had 8 goals in 9 matches in Nations League. That's
not a fluke.
So you have to. At the end of the day, you can't but respect him.
Yeah. Somebody said that
whatever your opinions about him, you can't.
Somebody said that if you shake Ronaldo, big moments will fall out from him. But if you shake Nuno Mendes, Lamine Yamal will fall out from his pocket. And that goes to show how consistent and how impressive that young man has been this season. And I believe at this point in time, he deserves to be in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or. A lot has been said about attackers, about midfielders, people being impressive. Now, alongside his Portuguese teammate Vitinha, he has won tons of trophies. This is about maybe the fourth or fifth.
I think they won 4 trophies.
Yeah,
and then
about his 5th trophy.
Yeah.
Added with his impressive performance. So, guys, do you think he deserves Nuno Mendes? You mentioned him. Do you think he deserves to be in that conversation?
Yeah, I've never heard a left, let's just say left back or right back being nominated. Yeah. It takes a lot of impact.
Yeah,
I think first time we had a contender or somebody that won was during the Cannavaro,
yes.
And then it still went down to my homeboy, one of the finest defenders of all time. The likes of Virgil van Dijk. But then he's a good team player. I won't take it from him. He has played against
the best of the best
wingers, likes of Salah, Saka,
Yamal.
And then now Yamal. It's impressive what he has done. But to put him there, it's going to take a lot.
Just like you said, the game tends to favor the attackers.
Yeah.
So we are talking about list of Ballon d'Or now. Before you get to Nuno Mendes, it's not as if he can't be put in that conversation. Yeah. But the thing is, the game favors attackers. So if you are going to mention, you would be mentioning the likes of Dembele, you'll be mentioning Rafinha, you'll be mentioning Yamal, you mention Salah, you still mention
don't forget this guy.
Vinicius?
No.
Or Mbappe?
Mbappe, yes. Mbappe.
The likes of Harry Kane.
Yes.
So talking about this whole Ballon d'Or thing now, guys, the Nations League also gave an opportunity for some of these top contenders to showcase themselves. I mean, Harry Kane didn't do himself any bad favors by scoring the winner against Andorra. And then you saw Dembele in action for France. We saw Lamine Yamal with important moments also during the game. So, guys, if you were to, go out on a limb to make early predictions for your, let's say, top 5, who would you go for? I'll start with you, Lord Raf.
I've already mentioned.
In no particular order.
No, Dembele
at 5th.
First.
Okay.
Dembele first. Rafinha second.
Yeah.
Then Yamal Mbappe. I'll probably go I will go Mbappe, but I'm thinking they might go Yamal because of the PR. Yamal has a lot of PR, young talent. Yeah. So he just might hedge it ahead of Mbappe. So it's like a close tussle between them two. Yeah. And then I'll have Salah in the 5th position.
Okay, so you're predicting the youngin to make the podium.
Yes.
Either ways. Okay, nice one. Mr. Des, let's hear your own top 5.
I agree to an extent, but then
I know where you differ. Salah's position.
Yeah. I think that's an issue there. You can't take a man that has more than 40 goals impact in a year.
Yeah.
And put somebody that has impact of, let's say 20 goals, 20 something goals, both goals and assists. So I go with we all know, or the ultimate number one.
Okay.
I agree with his number 1.
Okay.
And number 2,
Dembele.
No, number 1 is Dembele.
His number 1 is Dembele. Yeah.
Rafinha, that guy is
number 2.
Just not very young. Yeah. Rafinha number 2, Ballon. Then number 3, I go with Salah.
Okay.
I go with Salah. He has done a lot. Imagine Liverpool being in the position of that PSG. We both played, and Salah, Liverpool played well, but just that the penalty shootout made the difference.
Yeah.
And then Yamal, you can talk about Yamal, but I will still put
Mbappe ahead of Yamal.
Yes.
Okay. So,
I think ultimately, we can have a discussion about it, but I think ultimately, I don't disagree that Salah can be third because Salah did have a good season. I'm putting him fit is slightly in the service, but I think ultimately where it comes down to is the Champions League.
Yeah, and then before
I think that's
PSG
what Salah can be third, no questions.
Yes.
But that deeper run
in the
Champions League, it favors the Barcelona.
And it changed when PSG met Liverpool. Because before that time, it was always Salah.
If Salah had gotten to at least a semi-final, he's going to be in the top 3 guaranteed. Yeah. No matter what happens, he's going to be in it. But just because he doesn't make it that far, it goes out in the second round. That drops his stocks.
All right, guys, you have heard from both Lord Raf and Mr. Des. You can now go into the comment sections and let us know your own top 5 for the Ballon d'Or. Well, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we are going to dive straight into the Ballon the transfer market, where it will happen live or direct. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, we are back and we are diving straight into Transfer d'Or, where we give the award to the clubs that are doing the best signing. I know, unfortunately, Lord Raf, Arsenal are not there among, because since when they don't follow Zubimendi,
we are considering
Zubi-Michael. We are considering Zubi-Michael very soon. Arsenal, I don't know why you will start from here. End of transfer window. Now you start crying. We no sign striker. Anyways, away from Arsenal's matter. Who still get there? They try sign Sesko. They try sign Zubimendi. They try sign this one. Goalkeeper that they say they wanted to sign now is going to Barcelona. Well, don't worry. There's still hope. Let's just look at the transfer market. A couple of deals have gone over the line, and I just want your opinion, guys. What do you think these guys are going to add to the squads they are joining, and how do they really change the complexion of that team as per the competitiveness in the league? Do they make them contenders? Do they make them more dangerous, or nothing to worry about? So let's just look at a few of the top guys who have made some signings. Cunha to Man United, we talked about on the show last time. But Lord Raf, what do you think? Cunha to Man United, a good move?
It's potentially a good move.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that move?
Well,
for the club.
For the club.
Not for the player. Obviously, Man United is not in a good place right now. But
for the player, I'm not sure it's a good move for the player.
Okay.
Because the kind of player is like, he probably should be playing a club competing in Europe at least.
Okay.
Going from Wolves, giving the position they are, to United giving the position they are, probably not. But for the club, it's actually a good move for the club.
Okay.
And I mean, in that sense, I would say probably a 6/10 or 7/10,
Okay.
potentially. But obviously, everything depends on how he performs when he eventually.
I think he's an exciting player and
Yes.
he's one to watch out for. He might really make them good, especially with the fact that they are not distracted by Europe. You guys did the swiftest transfer deal on the market by replacing Trent with Frimpong, Boniface, younger brother. Boniface, younger brother. So, I shouldn't be asking you that, but it's your team anyway. So, are you excited on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you rate that transfer?
When you get a player that wants to join you, it's a 10/10.
It's a 10/10. Lord Ralph, do you agree with him?
10/10. Well, again, it depends on what happens, but it's potentially a very good signing. Frimpong is a decent enough right back, and to replace Trent, to get that quality of player to replace Trent, I think it just makes the fans very, very happy and excited about this.
And I think, another thing I think that guy is bringing in is fast with the ball. He has a very good speed and he can dribble. But then when you talk about the technicality of Trent, you can't match that.
Stepping into the midfield.
It's going to take a midfielder to fill in that gap.
I think I would rate that transfer highly for 2 reasons. One is the speed, or should I call it the confidence it brings to the club.
Yes, to
the
the
way
fans,
there was no uncertainty.
No.
This guy was leaving. They quickly brought in a high quality replacement for him, and that works. And then he's a young player who has already, achieved a lot. He won the Bundesliga. Beautiful stats, goals and assists, and like you said, he's exciting.
The only slight, if at all, if I want to be, maybe I sound negative, at risk of sounding negative, the only slight thing we worry or concern would be coming from a different league. How is he going to adapt? The
physicality. He's a very smallish guy, so
all that. But I think all of that can be worked on in the good thing is he's signed early enough, so he goes into preseason. He can blend into the team, and then it just starts the season.
All right, nice one. So Chelsea also got Liam Delap through the door. Mr. Des, I'm back to you again. Let's start from the left. What do you think about that signing? 1 to 10 on the scale of 1 to 10.
He's a great
for Chelsea.
He's a good player, and a great move for Chelsea, But then Chelsea has a lot of players. So I will say 6/10.
6/10. Lord Ralph.
I put in the bracket of 5/10.
5/10.
And that's me being generous.
Why? Let's go with why. Chelsea fans might want to understand.
I think Delap is a good player, but Chelsea just made the Champions League. And naturally, I think the next step would be to, I'm not saying they are there yet, but I think the mindset from the club should be, let's try to see if we can get into the title race. I don't know, maybe if it's too soon for them outside looking in, but I think that should be the mindset. And if that is the mindset, which I think it should be, I'm not sure if Delap is that guy.
Okay.
There are better strikers that can be that guy that's, okay, we've made Champions League. Okay, now let's try to improve on that. So in that area, I'm not sure Delap is your guy.
Well, looking at a striker that's played in the league, because I feel like Chelsea are being reticent with making an adventure abroad because of their past experiences with importing strikers from another league, having them adapt, not adapt, fail and not find their feet. I think that was a safe bet. That was a safe bet.
And at 30 million, it's not a big fee.
It's not a big fee. And he has potential. He has potential.
He has resale value.
Yes. So that one is a good one for Chelsea fans. Another question I wanted to get your opinion. Do you think it's an upgrade on Nicholas Jackson?
Oh, upgrade. Upgrade is very far. I'm not so sure. Probably on the same level, or I'm not so sure. let me that.
Mr. Des, what do you think?
It's bringing something different. Nicholas Jackson is just like other strikers that has been in Chelsea, like that Drogba-like They are slow, lanky, just want to put their body
On the line.
But this guy will be a total different package. But then, should I say is an upgrade? It's just bringing something different.
Well, as we can see, the jury is still out on Yam Delap.
Yes.
So
Let's do it that
nobody
way.
know whether an upgrade, downgrade, side grade, or Okrika grade. But we are going to be observing and we'll see what's up. Tijani Reinders to Man City. I don't understand. Pep is the para. That midfield.
They went through a slump in December, and since then they've spent about, I don't know, is it
This
300,
will be going up
400,
to 300 million
400
about
million
now
pounds.
over.
I hope for their sake. I'm as a rival fan, I don't want it, but I mean, talking purely from the outside looking as a neutral, so to say, I hope for their sake it works out for them because they spent a lot of money.
And then
Tijani Reinders is quality. I've watched him; it's quality. But is he going to be able to replace a Kevin De Bruyne type?
I think he wasn't signed to replace De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
That would be
Maybe
Ryan
that would be Ryan
Cherki,
Cherki
who is who is currently in England, or who would have completed his medicals by the time we are done with, or even by now. Yeah. So that's
what
Cherki.
I'm saying is a quality player.
Yeah.
And I think he will perform. In
I
the
think he
Premier
was
League.
signed more to replace Gundogan than De Bruyne. So, Mr. Des, on a scale of 1 to 10, Cherki and Tijani Reinders. I think Aït-Nouri also has joined as left back.
Yes.
So Man City are not slowing down. That's
Aït-Nouri
almost
is,
a 40
Aït-Nouri
million
is the
deal.
one that is a quality signing. I rate that signing.
Yeah.
He's a player that I would have loved at Arsenal. In fact, I was saying it for much of last season. I like Calafiori.
Yeah.
But probably if I could look back, if I could go back in time, I'm probably signing Ryan Aït-Nouri at that summer instead of Calafiori.
Yeah.
That's how much I like Aït-Nouri. So he's a good player for
so
City.
I don't know. I kind of see Guardiola reverting back to the era of fullbacks,
Fullbacks,
right?
yeah.
But we'll see how he evolves this season. Whenever he goes through one of those moments, he always goes to the drawing board and comes up with something. So we'll see how that goes for him. So like I was saying, Aït-Nouri, Tijani Reinders, and Ryan Cherki. What do you think about this transfer on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, no, it's a good one.
Okay.
When I say good is like 7 to 8, right?
Okay.
And Pep knows what he wants. And when he always have the money in his disposal, so he can throw it anywhere.
Pep,
but one thing I would say, I'm not even interested in the market now.
Yeah.
There was a time we talked about where Man City will be this season.
Yeah.
And people think Pep has that magic. He can always pick up. I'm not saying he's not. He's he's the best coach ever. Arguably.
Ever? I'm not sure about ever, but in his era, I would say in his era.
Okay, let's say okay. I think that word is right. He is the best in his own era, and that Man City will pick from where they left. No, they have a journey. They are building. So
they are rebuilding.
So it's not something that you say, oh, it's gonna work.
Yeah, we'll have to see the proof in the pudding.
Because now you can see that Pep is smarter.
Okay? Pep is smarter.
Is touchable.
Yes.
So let's see what is gonna happen.
It's a potentially 7 over 10.
7 over 10.
Yes, but
on average.
On average, yes, 7 over 10.
Okay.
That Aït-Nouri for me is solid.
And I think I'll go with Cherki.
It's solid.
Well, I'm excited about Cherki. I mean, for the amount of money they are paying for him, about 35 million pounds, that's really cheap for a player of his quality. He has been playing at the top level for almost 6 years.
And
7 years.
Can I say, can we actually applaud Man City for, yes, they spend a lot of money, right? But if you notice, they tend to get players on a cheap, quality players on an amount that you call as cheap. They don't sign those 70, 80 million, 90 million players. No, their players, most highest you get is 50.
But 50 is still a lot of money.
Yes, but in an era where we are seeing Florian Wirtz go for 100 plus million pounds, I mean, getting those kind of quality player at that amount, you have to applaud them just for that. Yes, they spend a lot of money, but if you look at it individually,
for the inflation in the market currently, they are doing.
But the thing is because they have alternative. Imagine that they are desperate to replace Kevin De Bruyne, and it's only Wirtz that is in the market. No, they will pay.
They will pay
They'll
the
pay
money.
over the odds. I think they were in for Wirtz, but immediately they knew that
their
he
amount.
was going to be both a
Although they were going
bidding
to
war
spend
and
up to 90 for Declan
Yeah.
Rice. I just remembered. But then once they realized that Declan Rice's mind was set on going to Arsenal, they
another
backed out.
move.
That's a big factor.
So I think they are also readjusting their strategy a bit in the transfer market, which is a good one for them because we all know that the specter of FFP charges and
PSR.
PSR is still hanging there. So we don't know where that goes. And they might end up with one of the most expensive squad in the whole of the league playing in the whatever. So we don't know yet. Yeah, guys. I think we can look across the continent. Jude Bellingham's younger brother is going to Dortmund.
Yes.
I mean, guys, you think that's a good move for his career path?
Massive move, actually. Very good move. I mean, Dortmund are renowned for
grooming
young
and then
talent.
not just young talent, English talents.
No, just young talent generally. They groom them, and don't be surprised in 2 seasons to come, the guy is going for 70, 80, 90 million to another club.
So
that's what Dortmund
I'm just
do.
suspecting that Barcelona might just sign him just so that they
they
can go rub it up there in the La Liga. It's an interesting move. Like I said,
and Sunderland got a lot of money. I think I heard it was their most expensive signing or something.
Their sale ever, about 35 million plus add-on. And then Real Madrid got in an Argentine wonder kid through the doors in Mastantuono.
I don't know much about him. Is he a midfielder?
He's a midfielder, box to box. Very exciting guy, good with set pieces and dead ball, and already a full Argentina international. So they are looking up to him whether not looking down, because the boy said that small boy. So they are looking at him, stepping into the void left by Toni Kroos's departure from the team. So we are looking at that. They are still looking at signing Stiller, but I think you can trust Real Madrid to give young talents.
Yes, they do.
Give young talents an opportunity. It depends. There's a void in that midfield.
Yeah.
If he can show that he has the ability to fill that deep playmaker role, he'll probably get his chance.
Yeah.
He'll probably get his chance. And then, guys, let's go to the main sagas in the transfer market. You go see men. So apparently, this is just me speculating. Napoli set a price tag for Osimhen, a release clause of 75 million, about euros, and they said, well, we are not sure we'll get the money, but if anybody comes, we'll go run out. Baba Sef did that. He said, okay, let's see what happens. And then Hilal came. We'll give you all the money you want, Napoli. Osimhen, we'll give you all the money you want. Baba said, okay, I'm coming. But now, it is now unbecoming that he's not coming. So, guys, what's going on? What's going on in Osimhen's mind? Where do we think he's going to end up?
To be honest, I it's still a mystery to me. I don't know why it is. I can't pin it. Some people have tried to speculate different things, attitude, racism, this and that, but all of those things don't seem to hold much water to me, to be honest. And I can't really pin why, because I mean, Osimhen, everybody knows. Anybody that's watched Osimhen even once or twice, you know this guy is proper quality. And I just can't for the life of me fathom why big clubs are just, But he's turned down the Alila deal. He says he's not interested in going to Alila. I think Galatasaray are pushing very hard to him. So it's very possible that he might return to Galatasaray, because he had the time of his life in Galatasaray and everything. So
Mr. Des, what do you think if you're Osimhen now?
And he's 27 already.
Yeah,
so he's getting to that age now where
is his peak time and he needs
and
his next move should be, where he gets to.
If he doesn't play top 5 now, or top 7, top 8 European team now, he's probably already too late.
The window might pass. So if you're Osimhen now, what are your options? What are you looking at? Where are you thinking of landing? Because obviously he has said that the Middle East is not on his option, no matter the money.
Yeah.
I mean the money
and
they
I applaud him for that, actually.
The money they offer,
he's still playing. Galatasaray Turkish league is still at least not the best of the best, but
still highly competitive, and he's going to play in the Champions League next season, which is a plus for him. Yeah, which is a plus. He gets to at least make an impact on that stage, and who knows, January. But like I said, if you're Osimhen, What are you thinking? Where are you? What are your options?
Yeah, I think it's right turning that offer
Alila,
down,
yeah.
because he's still very young. At 27, that is the peak when you should be playing at the highest level.
Yes.
So I think his mind is towards coming to the Premiership.
The Premiership.
Okay, that was the first speculation we heard concerning that tipping for Man U to come and strike. Man U is almost dead as a team.
Stop it! Stop
I'm
it!
so sorry.
Stop it!
Man U fan, please. I'm so sorry. I'm always hard on you.
Apologies, my fans.
So you need a revived.
But the truth has to be said.
I don't know how to hide my words. I'll just say it the way it is. They need somebody like Osimhen to at least give them like 15 goals, 17 goals in a season, because I've not really seen black or African players in his capacity scoring that much. Drogba was in Chelsea, was not really having much goals. Although I think they are not really doing.
My friend, stop it.
I'm so sorry.
He was having much goals.
I
It's
mean,
not just in quantity, in quality.
Yes.
Yes. So please let's be guided.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Osimhen we have quality goals.
Yeah.
But in that the quantity in EPL, although I still believe he has that energy to match the strikers in EPL, but skills wise,
My friend,
I
come off it.
don't think Osimhen will struggle in the
Come
Premier
off
League.
it. Come off it.
I'm
He has
just
the- he has the
And
physicality.
Osimhen is guaranteed minimum 20 goals.
20
in the Premier
goals.
League.
I mean,
I don't
that guy
I don't
is a
care which team he
battler.
plays
He's a
for in the
battler.
Premier
but
League.
then do
The
you
battles
think Arsenal
are-
want him?
No.
No.
The thing now
No,
is
they are not
the
for
thing
him,
is these guys need
obviously.
strikers.
But-
Why are they
Yeah,
not
but they're
going
not
for
going
Osimhen?
for him because the guy is there. If you go for him, definitely win. And no team in EPL top flight.
Lord Ralph, from what I'm seeing now, all of us where they are, we don't know why they don't want to
They don't
sign
want to sign
Osimhen.
him.
I beg you. I know
If
say
you
you know.
watch-
Tell us. Because I know some people there will get information. You be Osimhen auntie, cousin, brother, sister. That one follow. Anyways, you have the information we need. Let our followers know, let our viewers know why Osimhen never still see club. Anyways, we wish him the best. He's one of our finest players, and if we get to the World Cup, if we will get to the World Cup, and if we get to the World Cup, we will need him playing at the highest level.
Yeah.
We will need him sharp. We will need him very confident
Yeah.
to fire us to whatever level we are going to get to. So we hope he finds a place where he's appreciated, because I mean he's one of the best players in the world in his position.
Sure.
And if Gala can negotiate a deal with Napoli, that would be great.
That would be
because
good, yeah.
I think he's a god right now,
Yeah.
a demigod in Galatasaray. So hopefully he gets that deal over the line and he can enjoy his football where he's
I'll be happy with
appreciated.
Galatasaray.
Yeah,
That's
but
very
I think Napoli, just to spite him for depriving them of their cash out, might also make it difficult for him to get the transfer he desires. It's just an impasse, and it's a shame because he did so much for that club in putting them in a position where they were able to build and consolidate and win another Scudetto. So it's just crazy. Yeah.
The value you will have gotten if you had last season with Napoli, will be higher compared to where he is right now. If you are getting from that, you can't compare Italian league to the league he's playing right now. So I think that would be a big factor in his own market transfer.
Yeah.
That worth of 75 will not be what it is.
So guys, for the week coming, I think we don't have much of football. We're just going to keep our eyes on the transfer market. I don't want to call Club World Cup because some clubs will feel left out of the World Cup.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Okay, no, please, I like people to talk to me directly.
No, I'm just saying, it's not just you. See, you see the problem, your blood too, the hot. See Lord Rap now.
No.
His club is not in the world. It's not in the cup.
Funny
He's not
enough.
complaining.
Someone in
Funny
his
enough.
capacity.
Yeah.
Someone in his capacity should not have that dream.
Oh,
No.
Chief,
See,
wait,
funny enough.
are we ending the show with violence?
No.
I'm a champion in my own lane.
Funny enough, let me be honest. I really enjoy the fact that Arsenal are not in the Club World Cup
Why?
Why do you not enjoy that?
because it gives us time for our players to rest, to have a proper pre-season, and to go into next season ready to compete again.
No player.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Wait, hold on.
Let him finish.
Do you know
I'm
why?
liking this.
Because this Club World Cup is just a commercial thing for FIFA, to be honest. And there's no consideration for the players. The players have had a long, grueling season. They've had to play friendlies, World Cup qualifiers, UEFA Nations League. Now they're supposed to go off on the holiday. They are going to have to play a 1 month competition
in the summer.
In the summer.
The heat of the United States.
After that competition finishes on July 13, Premier League starts 4 weeks later. Now you're supposed to have at least 1 month of preparation, pre-season, preparing yourself and all that. Now you go into next season, and you are more likely to have injuries. Of course, there was talk about these players and clubs and pulling out and all that. But of course, every club that is participating, I heard is about 100 million for them. So clubs won't want to turn down that money. But think about players' welfare. So the hype and everything, I'm sorry, but I don't get it personally. It just means for me as a football fan, there's football to watch. But player welfare is a big thing for me, and they are not taking it.
Thank you. I want to hear something.
That's a valid point.
Yes.
Okay.
But
coming from an Arsenal fan. Okay.
You get it?
That's a quality analysis.
Yes.
But no player will say, oh, there is this competition that puts him in that edge.
In the shop window.
And you say, oh, I enjoy relaxing, enjoy my money. I don't want to play.
I'm not sure. So most players actually complain about it.
Because Liverpool, right away, we are going to pre-season and we'll be playing a lot of matches. So we're not resting.
No. They will have, after this international, for players not involved in the Club World Cup, they have this period. Most clubs will resume by July 9 or thereabout for pre-season.
You made a fantastic.
So that's 4 weeks of, you need to rest actually. Because look at the last season. You know why you need to rest? The last season, look at the number of hamstring injuries players had. It increased by about, 48% or something. That very high fever. Before, most times when players have hamstring injuries, they usually have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now you're having players
6 months,
having 3 months out because they have grade 4 tier of hamstring. It's because of too many matches.
That's why I think Arsenal needs that. You guys.
It's not about Arsenal.
No, wait,
it's across clubs.
Wait, please. You have a tons of injuries. I'm not making it Arsenal thing right now. Okay, Liverpool managed theirs. Okay, our injury rates reduced this season because players had time to rest. Not sometimes most of my midfielders will be resting, others are playing and all. So it gave us time to have a lot of players on the pitch, like Arsenal. Okay, I'm not trying to compare the two, but then player management this season was not really favoring Arsenal, unlike other teams. But then you played a lot of matches, a lot of games, you involved in a lot of competitions, unlike before. That's a factor. Okay. But then I just feel like no team would not want to be
in the Club World
Cup. I felt sorry for my team. I would have loved Liverpool to be one.
Okay, thank you very much. For the clubs that will be getting their 100 million cash out, I hope by when season starts,
you don't complain.
Nkunku no go do you. Because you know that one where he's looking good in pre-season, then he pick injury. We'll not see him again the whole season. No, that's the thing with some of these post-season excursions. It might cost you your player for a length of time. Imagine picking up a cruciate ligament or something, Achilles, or a fracture, and you're out for months. But I mean, everybody's trying to balance the books now. So what's most important?
But you are playing for something.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I'm just saying your team.
No, that thing is an insult. Don't say it again. Yes, imagine Chelsea winning. They cannot win it, but imagine. Thank you. It's okay.
They will be forced.
It's okay. Imagine what he said. No problem. I like the way where this show they end today. With small violence. Not a smell for Thank you very much, guys. If we continue now, I don't know where it will go. So let's just call it a wrap. Thank you. Imagine say we finish now. You understand? So that peace go reign. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us on the show, Lord Raf. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
No worry, stray bullet go always fly. But you know my guy. I'm Mr. Des, the owner of Liverpool Football Club. Congratulations for your league title. after we finish the show now, he go carry us, go buy us some more suya just to celebrate the title because
we have the money.
They won't buy Florent Wirtz for 130 million, 150.
More the vest, go buy vest. More. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we hope to have you other times. We hope you come chill with us again and we discuss football and spread violence all across the camera.
Sorry, not like I like violence, but it's just come.
Me, I don't like violence, but I don't like peace. So somewhere in between, you will find me there. I drag Man U, I drag Arsenal, I drag Chelsea. In fact, sometimes I don't even know which club I support because I drag everybody like Tiger Gen. Until we come back next week. If you are not following us, do the needful. Because your needs feel full. Until we come back next week, where I hope Sabubu Ekun, the octopus of worldwide, will be back with me in the studio. Y'all stay blessed, stay positive, and have a great week ahead. God bless you.